Hi traders, welcome to my YouTube channel The Mighty Bull. This is a new series that I am starting from today where I will be discussing my trades that I took in past, and I will also be posting my trades in future also. Whenever I close a trade, I will try to discuss about those trades with you so that you and I can learn together. So this is a trade I took long back in the stock Mazagon Dock, which is a defense stock. This trade was taken in the time between April 2024 to September 2024. Okay, so this stock, after a massive run up, was forming a VCP pattern, and I was looking to enter into this stock because the stock started to show tremendous response when it reached the 200-day DMA. Can you see how beautifully it gets supports at 200 DMA, and you can see the volume spike here, and it crossed the 50 DMA immediately with volume spike here, and you can see the RS line is near the positive zone. It is hovering near the zero line. It has not crossed into the positive zone, but however the price action tells that the RS will sooner or later will catch up. Okay, so exactly on April 16th at 2215 I entered the stock as it bounced back from the 50 DMA. The blue line what you see is the 50-day moving average. I usually use EMA, so 50-day EMA, and the red line you see is the 200-day moving average. So once it crossed 50 DMA with volume spike, and again it got a support at 50 DMA. This was the point I entered. So after the entry, you can just see this is the weekly chart. The previous chart was daily chart. This is the weekly chart. In weekly chart, can you see how beautiful the candle is? This green candle. I am entering 2 weeks later that, but before that you can see this beautiful green candle, right, with volume spike is there, and RS is also trying to move up. Okay, so the initial stop loss was kept at this week's low, and entry was somewhere here at 2215. Before proceeding, I would like to tell that the price chart what you are seeing will be different if you go and see the price chart now, because at that time the stock was not in a split. Okay, after the trade the stock went into a split, so after the split the price would have been adjusted, so the price chart and will be completely different from what you see now. However, the structure will still be valid. If you go and see the structure, it would be this VCP pattern, and this strong candle also you can see, but the prices will vary. It won't be 2215 at this stage when you look into the April 16th of 2024. So at the time of entry, you can see the recent quarter has showed earnings per share has increased by 75%, and sales also increased by 30%. You can see there is constant positive change in the EPS. Okay, the EPS is keep on increasing, and it is also good to see the sales is also getting increased, and latest quarter was also good, though not impressive, it is good. Okay, so once I entered, the stock showed a promising result, and you can see the RS line slowly becoming into more and more positive zone. If you don't know what is RS line, don't confuse it with RSI indicator, because RSI is different, relative strength is different. You can see go to my watch list playlist regarding Stan Weinstein. I had made 3 videos where I discuss about relative strength also, so you can understand what I am talking about if you are new to this channel. Okay, so I added, after a few days of my entry, I again added some more stocks, and after this breakout I added again. Okay, this is my final addition. Initially I entered here, after it started showing some good signs I added here itself, and finally when it broke out this resistance zone I again added. Kindly note that majority of my positions will be added here, and the subsequent addition will be minimal only. I don't add bulk of my position here. Okay, I added bulk of my position here, and since my prediction is becoming more and more confirmed, since my prediction is becoming more and more confirmed by volume and price action, you can see the increase in volume here whenever the price starts to move up, I keep on adding some little bit of more into the position. So after adding, you can see here this period is the most testing period for any trader, because after you enter here the stock went up, you had it here, the next day it started to come down. But you have to make sure that since this was your stop loss zone, until and unless this pivot is violated, you should not exit the trade, because this was my stop loss point. You can see this is my initial stop loss point. Without this getting violated, I'm not going to exit, right? So exactly at this point the stock took a support and then it started to move up. So when it moved up, again it confirmed my process. So again I added a small bit, maybe very few stocks I would have added over this period, and within 2 days it gave me a good move up, okay, with the greatest of volume in the recent times, with RS continuously going into the positive zone. As the price moves up, the RS is also starting to increase, which is a very good sign. And here you can see after the stock moves up, I sold 30% here at 3138. Okay, why I sold here? Because the stock has given me a return of around 40% from my entry price, and from my risk reward ratio is around 4.5 R, so multiples of 4.5 R, which is a very good risk reward rate. So I sold 30% here, and then as the stock continued to move up, I sold another 20% here. Okay, so why it sold another 20% here? Because the stock has extended very far from its 50 DMA. You can see this blue line, which is 50 DMA. Don't get confused with this violet line, which is wavery. This is nothing but anchored VWAP, which I use occasionally. Moving average distance and the price distance has gone up too much, so I sold another 20%. So totally first 30% was sold here once it reached 4.5 R, and the remaining 20% was sold here when I felt that it is overextended. Remaining I thought of trailing it. Okay, so after that you can see this is where the 20% exited. After that also you can see how the stock went around. So from here to here it has given a move of around 141%. Okay, so I sold some more positions here, so I kept only a very little portion. You can see how I am keeping on selling into the strength. First I sold it here, then I sold it here, then I sold it here also, and then the rest of the position I sold it completely when it broke this pivot. When it broke this pivot and substantially it has went down below the 50 DMA. It failed to recover the 50 DMA. See here, the stock came down below the 50 DMA. Immediately it saw a spurge. So I thought the stock can go up. But after this small spike in move, the stock started to fall down and it broke this pivot also. And this entire green candle was taken out easily. So this is the time I thought it is better to exit, and I exited the entire position here. Okay, so this is how I traded this stock. So totally I made around 69 to 70%. That was my average gain I made in this entire position, because I sold even though the stock has given a 141% move, I sold it at multiple intervals. So cumulatively my profit was around 69 to 70%, somehow like that. So this was the trade. If you like this format where I am discussing my trades, you can give me a comment and a like. And I think YouTube has introduced a new thing called as you can hype the video, which will help new viewers to come and see my channel. If you believe that through this channel I am providing you valuable information and you want more viewers to see my channel, you can consider hitting that hype button also, so that many other new people might also look into my trades and my thought process. So that's it for today, guys. So I will be soon discussing with you with another trade journal or another new topic, depending on how I feel. So thanks for that, guys.